Hey Cyber Pros, welcome back to 7-Minute Cyber Pulse. If you want fast, no-nonsense updates on the business side of cybersecurity, you're in the right place. This week, we're talking about AI's rising financial concern, a major shift in cybersecurity marketing, new state-level privacy laws shaking up compliance, and a massive boost in cloud security spending across the EMEA. Plus, we're diving into an AI-powered market research tool that's changing how cybersecurity vendors track competitors. There's a lot to cover. Let's get into it. Let's start with AI. We've all been watching the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, but now there's a different kind of concern brewing, one that's not about how AI performs, but about what it costs to build and maintain. A new report claims DeepSeek AI, one of China's major AI players, has far higher operational costs than they originally reported. The company previously stated that their AI development had cost about $55 million, but new estimates suggest that the number could be much higher. This raises a huge red flag. If AI models are becoming this expensive to develop and maintain, how many of these companies are actually sustainable? The AI industry is in a race to build more powerful tools, but if their financials aren't solid, we could be looking at serious long-term risks. Not just for the companies themselves, but for the businesses and security teams that rely on them. This matters for cybersecurity because financial instability leads to security risks. If an AI company runs out of money or collapses, what happens to the data they've collected? What happens to customers who have integrated these tools into their workflows? Could struggling companies sell access to their models or customer data to stay afloat? We've seen this kind of hype cycle before. It's starting to feel like the early days of the dot-com bubble, except this time it's AI. Regulators are paying attention, and so should we. Because if AI companies can't sustain themselves financially, the risk won't be just about who wins the AI race. It'll be about who gets caught in the fallout. Marketing in cybersecurity is about to get a serious shakeup. For years, we relied on LinkedIn, email campaigns, and digital ads to reach security decision makers. But now a new channel is emerging, and it's one that might surprise you: connected TV advertising. Forrester is calling CTV the next big frontier for B2B marketing, and that includes cybersecurity vendors. Instead of just running ads on LinkedIn or hoping an email campaign lands in the right inbox, companies can now put their brand in front of decision makers while they're watching premium content on platforms like YouTube, Hulu, Roku, and other streaming services. This is a huge deal for cybersecurity vendors because it means high-quality, brand-safe ad placements that aren't competing with a million distractions on a social feed. But it also comes with a challenge. How do you track success? With traditional digital marketing, it's easy to track clicks, conversions, and engagement. But with TV ads, that's harder to measure. How do you connect a 30-second ad on Hulu to an enterprise CISO making a security purchase? That's what marketers will need to figure out. Still, this is a space worth watching. As digital marketing gets more saturated, cybersecurity brands will be looking for new ways to stand out. And if CTV advertising can prove its value, we might be seeing the start of a whole new era in cybersecurity marketing. Cybersecurity teams have spent the last few years adapting to GDPR and CCPA, but the regulatory landscape isn't slowing down. Maryland just passed one of the strictest data privacy laws in the U.S., the Maryland Online Data Privacy Act, or MODPA. This law takes some of the toughest elements of GDPR and CPRA and applies them at the state level. It changes how businesses collect, store, and use personal data, requiring explicit opt-in consent and giving consumers new right to access and delete their information. Maryland isn't alone. More states are pushing similar legislation, creating a patchwork of privacy laws that companies will need to navigate. That means compliance is about to get way more complicated. For cybersecurity vendors, this is huge news. Businesses will need help with compliance automation, data protection, and privacy consulting. Companies that aren't prepared for these new roles are going to be scrambling, which means a major opportunity for cybersecurity businesses that can help them get ahead of it. The trend is clear. Privacy laws aren't slowing down, and cybersecurity is right at the center of it all. Cybersecurity sales and marketing teams have always struggled with market research. Vendors pop up, rebrand, get acquired. It's a constant challenge to stay on top of the competitive landscape. Enter HarvestIQ.ai. This new AI-powered research assistant, created by Richard Steinman, is changing how cybersecurity professionals gather intelligence. HarvestIQ pulls data from 4,000 plus cybersecurity vendors and 11,300 plus products and automates competitive research. Need a battle card? It'll generate one in a second. Want to compare products? Done. Preparing for a vendor meeting? It'll help you craft the right questions so you walk in prepared. And here's the real game changer. It lets companies upload their own private data to build a custom AI assistant trained on their specific research and competitive insight. Instead of manually tracking competitor moves, AI does it for you, faster, smarter, and more efficiently. If you're not using AI for market research yet, you're already falling behind. If your company sells cloud security solutions and you're not targeting the EMEA region yet, you might want to rethink that strategy. According to a new report from Dark Reading, CISOs across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa are dramatically increasing their cloud security budgets in 2025. Why? Because the cloud-based threats are growing fast, and companies in this region are feeling the pressure to lock down hybrid and multi-cloud environment. For years, many businesses in EMEA lagged behind the US in cloud adoption, but that's changed. The pandemic forced rapid cloud migration, and now companies are playing catch-up on security. CISOs are shifting budgets away from legacy security tools and putting that money into zero-trust architectures, AI-driven threat detection, and cloud-native security solutions. But here's the catch. There's still a major skills gap. Many organizations don't have the in-house talent to properly configure and manage these security tools. That means they're looking for vendors who can offer simplified, automated, and scalable cloud security solutions. So what's the takeaway here? If you're in the cloud security business, EMEA is a growth market for 2025. The opportunity is there. You just have to grab it. And that's a wrap for this week's 7-Minute Cyber Pulse. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments which trends stood out the most. Want to stay ahead of cybersecurity business trends? Join the Bootstrap Cyber community at bootstrapcyber.com and connect with cyber business pros just like yourself. Now it's time to get back to business. See you next week. Until then, keep hacking your success.